everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Wake Up Charlotte to go. So this morning we were talking about this new survey. They surveyed about 1,000 parents, and 75% of them said the hardest age to parent was 15. So I put a Twitter poll up. I wanted to know what people think. It looked like most people that followed me anyway agreed, because the majority of people said teenagers. Now, there was a point in time where newborns and infants were neck and neck with teenagers. Yeah. I think it's little people, little problems, big people, big problems, right, Larry? But I guess in the survey they said teenagers, the mood swings and attitude.
And they specifically said 15 years of age.
15, yes, you're right.
The not so magical, I guess, age.
That makes sense. It's a transition from middle school to high school. It's at that age, I think that's where I would start walking further ahead of my parents at the mall. Yeah. I think that's where I was just like, come on, guys, you're embarrassing me. So
yeah, there was a lot of slamming doors and neck with my mom and I growing up. And Dad was always like the guy I went to. But I think that's how it is with mothers and daughters. Now, you're having a little boy, right?
Yeah, a little boy. So we're going to see how this goes.
So he's going to be a mama's boy.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, what's the hardest? And I was like, all right, well, at least the infant stage is number 2. And then still number 1's 50 and 16 years from now.
But I think as you go along each phase.
Oh, I'm sure. Like, I'm still terrified. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's always a challenge to be a parent. I mean, I think it's the toughest job in the world. Well, the toughest job is to be married.
Yeah, that is true.
And to work through that, and then to be a parent, regardless of the age, I think is a challenge, because there's so many, when you're young and you first have a child, you get all the other issues you deal with. So every step along the way, doesn't matter what your age is or their age is, it's going to be difficult. But then after you finish that, you look back and you go, yeah, it probably was the teen years. You think of yourself. I remember myself as a teenager, probably the most difficult time.
Oh, yeah.
I think as a little kid I was okay. When I became a teenager, it's a whole different situation. The world opens up for you, and then all the challenges. So I just think, first of all, it's a challenge being a parent and trying to be a good parent. When you look at a little baby, you go, wow. You realize that you're looking at the most perfect time of their life. They're just laying there, and all they do is they cry.
Except if they don't sleep, Larry.
And then they sleep. And they wake up.
If they don't sleep, though.
They don't sleep. That really is. I mean, some people have a baby that is a challenge because they don't sleep well.
My son did not sleep through the night.
Issues. So you're sleepy. They're sleepy.
You're looking at your spouse going, "It's your turn. It's your turn."
The wife have a challenge. So I just say good luck to anybody who's going to be a parent.
Poor Tabitha is waiting. She's right in the middle of it right now because she says her daughter's 13.
Oh.
And it is a struggle.
Yeah, I hear from a lot of parents that middle school girls is one of the most difficult ages to go through. And I think especially now, a lot of parents talk about being in social media. So that's totally different than what we went through. I can't imagine being a middle school girl or teenager and doing that with social media. I'm so thankful it wasn't around.
I think in the world today, it's hard to stay innocent. I mean, there's just too much out there for everybody, way too much. I mean, for me as a little kid, I mean, there wasn't that much. Life was simple. It's too complicated now.
It's so complicated.
And so anybody who's going to be a parent, I wish you the best of luck.
I know.
All of you. You're going to and have kids now. There's just so much out there that gets in the way.
Well, even the TV shows they watch, I mean, you try to monitor it as much as you can, but I even noticed, with my daughter, from shows she watches or being around other friends at school, I'm like, why are you acting like that? You're all of a sudden acting like you're 16.
She's picking up from somebody.
She's picking up from a show or something like that, where before there was only one, I came home from school to my grandma's house and we turned on Lassie or Flipper, and that was it,
That works. That's all you had to choose from.
Jay says that he's moving out when his daughter turns 13.
Oh, no, Jay. All right, how close are you?
And then Denise, I have a special needs child. Every age has been difficult. He's 13 now. OMG, help.
Oh, so we're hearing a lot from a lot of parents with 13-year-olds.
13 is the magic number, it seems like, for our viewers.
Right? But I will say, when they are newborns, they may be easy, but you're so tired, especially if you don't have a baby. My son did not sleep through the night until he was 9 months old. Now, my daughter started sleeping before I came back to work for maternity leave, so she was good. But he would just not sleep through the night. So trying to be up at all hours and then come to work and be functional and smile on TV. You know, you're just exhausted as a parent.
Well, I'm hoping we have Blair status for our son.
Yes, I'll be crossing my fingers for you.
It hasn't even happened right now, but it's been such a world just learning, because we've gone through all the different classes. We have another class tonight, and just the world that you're going into. And I think every parent agrees on one thing, that it goes by so fast. That those different stages, that all of a sudden they're an infant, and then they're crawling, and then they're walking. I'm excited for the journey, but also I think a lot of people have told me is you're almost living life again. And I think that's one of the coolest things, because you're going through all the stages of life, and I have to already get used to all the different children's different people that they like the Ralphies back before, and then there's a bunch of new Blippy, and then there's new ones Kim was showing me, and it's funny because Kim's TikTok now, before it was just like dance videos and things like that, now it's like a lot more pregnancy videos, and now she's starting to get the kids things.
Oh, that's so fun.
It's all the different, and just like, here is how you say the different letters of the alphabet.
Chris, you could be the next like Blippy making videos like that.
I could. We'll start working on the songs tonight, Kim. What do you think about it?
Emily says boys are worst at 17 to 19.
Oh.
Okay. I was like, where is my sweet boy? Who took and replaced them with these aliens? Melissa at 12 and 9. Not stressful. It's a privilege to be a parent. I love it. Melissa, kudos to you.
I know. I need Melissa in my life. Whenever I'm stressed, she'd be like, calm down, Sarah. You got this. You can do it. You know what else is really helpful, too? When you have family in the area.
Sure.
And I know you get this with your nieces and nephews. You get phone calls. But it's so helpful, too, when you have family around. You know?
It does make a difference.
Thank you, John and Jana, for moving here.
I know.
Right?
Yes.
It's new.
I'm trying to get my parents to move here.
I managed to do it.
Okay.
You got your mom here?
I got my mom here. That's right. That's right.
2 out of 3.
Do you notice an age difference between your 6 and 3-year-old as far as the differences in how they've each gone through those ages?
Yes. Blair, I think with girls, I don't know. I called it like a three-nager, and now I'm saying she's 6 and she acts like a teenager.
6 going on 16.
Yes. Yes. My son, he's 3, so he's just still has like just the baby temper tantrums,
sure.
but he is different in a way where I'm always worried he's going to hurt himself. Like Blair was not like that. Like he's like running out toward the road
little boys do
and
that,
leaping from the sofa, and I'm like, what are you doing? But I definitely can tell more of like an emotional in my daughter, like more emotions, if that makes sense at all. But every kid is different, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well, I'm still learning a lot, so keep it coming.
So let us know. What do you think?
What's the toughest age?
What's the toughest age? And if you have any advice for a 6-year-old that acts like she's 16, I need help.
Pass along. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back in.